And here we are in Act 2. I'm noticing a little bit of a starvation of all the question marks that I was looking for.
Oh. Yeah, but I do see the chance to take 3 elites, including the empowered elite, so we can check one of our boxes, potentially.
We could take 3 early question marks. Is there any rule that the Colosseum... I seem to have in my memory that there is a rule about where the Colosseum can show up.
Yeah, second half, unfortunately.
Second half. Dang.
When Thwack first came out, it could be literally the second floor of Act 2, and it was double Gremlin Knob. We talked about it before, so I won't talk about it again, but yeah, it has to be second half now. Which means you see it a lot less often, right? And unfortunately, our path that takes the empowered elite just fails to take any second half question marks.
Yeah.
So we might. Is there a way to take 3 elites with question marks in the second half? There is.
Wait, is there?
No, never mind.
Because it's these 2, and then you've got the question marks later. But like,
well, I mean,
this is the 3rd elite in any path, and there's no question marks after it.
I guess if we believe hard enough that we're gonna get wing boots, then there is.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh hell yeah! No, it's gonna happen. If corruption came back to us, you best believe wing boots will.
Yeah, yeah. I love taking down back bird. Back shark, left shark. What is it? Left shark. I'm not.
The Katy Perry Super Bowl.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
I'm familiar.
Oh man,
familiar. I know my memes.
You know your internet. I guess when your job is internet, you know, it's good to know it.
That's the thing. Like, I think I've become less familiar with internet culture over the course of being a content creator and streamer because I just don't have as much time to consume it.
Interesting. I definitely feel frequently out of touch, but that may just be a lifestyle choice.
My my partner Peak is oftentimes playing meme secretary for me, like describing the context of each of the things that I'm encountering. Like sometimes I'll end up on Twitter and I'm like, I just don't understand this joke. Is this not funny, or do I lack the context for it and I have to go to him?
By the way, I really like the second wind. Our deck significantly lacks block and answers for statuses. It's good.
It also lacks skills to burn though.
It does, and a lot of times we're gonna draw this card right now, and it's gonna be kind of weight for the deck. But we take Snecko Eye so highly. We take Runic Pyramid really highly, and we are going to start coming into fights that are producing dead weight, and like we got to take some investment picks for block core, unless we really believe that we can just lean on Reaper. But as of yet, we have no strength. And we're about to take a bunch of question marks. I think it's a big risk.
I'll take it, but I am sad about it.
That's fair.
We could direct an upgrade here.
Yeah.
If we really want to get that double tap or the second wind upgraded, because one thing I was thinking is the second wind also wants an upgrade.
Oh gosh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I really like that, actually. I really like the directed upgrade, and it leaves us with so much money for a super shop. Do we have a shop coming up, by the way?
Not guaranteed. We have 2 question marks.
Okay. Well, if the corruption came back, the shop will come back too. I like the directed upgrade. Which one do you take? I never take this, by the way. I almost always take the random upgrade and removal because it's such value.
Almost certainly the same myself. It's just like, there are so many of these cards that if you upgrade them, so what?
Yeah. But we've got the Fusion Hammer, so this is our chance, right?
I think I'm leaning just slightly towards maybe Havoc.
Really? Okay.
The only reason is
surprised.
Havoc a lot of the time is like if Havoc is 1 cost and you don't know what's atop your deck, it's almost unplayable. If it's 0 cost and you don't know what's atop your deck, it's almost always still playable.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Like gambling on just another strike or whatever. I was leaning double tap just for we're already on 4 energy, and it puts us in a position. Something I see happen a lot is double tap, and then double tapping the Reaper is the heal you want, but then you fail to win the fight. But double tap plus lets you do something like double tap the Reaper and then still land the double blood for blood afterwards or whatever, and actually win the fight.
I like this with the blood for blood and angers in the deck.
Yeah. That was my lean, but I actually see your Havoc point, and I hadn't even considered that. I think that's a really solid line. Oh my gosh, it's the merchant that we were promised.
Let's see if we happen to find a way for the upgrade. Embarrassment of riches here.
Wow.
Might be time to take a sec to figure out what we're doing each.
What if you just clicked every relic? Is that
Oh,
ever
we
right?
can afford it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you like that?
Yeah,
I really like
into
that.
it. I don't always super highly value the Red Skull, but when we're going to be using health as a resource as heavily as we
And we
are
have
in
no
this
strength.
deck,
Yeah.
it's also
And
great
like,
because like the situation where you want to play the Reaper is when you're on low health as well. Not always, obviously, you can just use it as upkeep. But the situation you're most dire want to play it is in low health, and that's when it'll be the most useful for us with the Red Skull as well.
I cannot believe we just clicked every relic in Act 2. That's so incredible. That's so rare. That is so awesome.
That is, I think, the result of a decision I didn't run by you, which is, would you have taken the Moorbank or the Sapphire Key?
Yeah, I take it.
Okay, cool.
Increasingly, I play into money much more aggressively than I used to. I kind of used to think of money as just like side value. But now a lot of times when I play, I look at money and I've been skipping shops because I'm like, okay, I can take this shop at 200 gold or I can take this next one at 450. And like the power that you get. Oh man, this dual wield is so strong. Holy crap.
Is it ever power through for the extra defense that we're lacking in second wind?
If it weren't next to a dual wield plus, there are few cards as strong as dual wield plus. Genuinely, and particularly in the deck with Reaper. Yeah, it's crazy strong. And even just like dual wielding anger is a winning line in a ton of fights.
Just a bunch of extra damage on that turn at the absolute least.
Yeah. But I'm sitting here thinking about our choice to click all those relics, and like that's a lot of investment picks. Oh, I love the weakness here. Nice.
Yeah.
Right? We got an Omamori. We're taking a lot of question marks though, so we suspect that'll pay off, and maybe it makes us rich in the next act. And we took Kim X, and we don't have any X cost. And Ironclad has 1. But it is Whirlwind.
But it's so good.
But it is Whirlwind.
It's also only uncommon, rather than
being
like in the rare set where
and we want to take lots of fights because of our relics and our so I think it pays off. Ooh.
Wait, there was no order I could have done that for the kill, right?
No, not quite. It's the same malleable no matter what. It's okay. We're moving towards that Red Skull value rapidly.
Oh, it was a strength potion. So is it time for the Burning Pact? We are lacking a little bit of draw.
Yeah, I wish it were upgraded, but I do like it already. And this deck, who's our boss?
It is the Sentinel Sentient Sentry. It's the automaton.
Some robot. Okay, well, particularly in Champ. And maybe this is my Act 2 pro tip of the day. By the way, dual wield anger is here, and it's so good. Particularly in the Champ fight, taking like one source of exhaust can frequently make a really unassuming deck win by just whittling the deck down. Bronze Automaton, that's a little tougher. God, Bronze Automaton is tough. We have to live through Hyper Beam. What are we gonna do? Oh, are you contemplating the Strength Potion?
I'm contemplating the Strength Potion. I'm also contemplating the Regen Potion, but the Regen Potion seems less valuable because we're guaranteed resting here. It's just the Strength Potion represents so much damage this turn, and I'm worried that we get through the deck without killing it and then have a hard time.
Honestly, I'm genuinely thinking that we're going to be in a position soon to where we want to be on 39 health, because otherwise, like we so badly want that strength online. So I think this fight represents a pretty good opportunity for us to strength bot, take a little bit of damage. Yeah. Hey, is this the 1-cost Havoc that? What does it do?
Is it, or is it second wind double defend?
I don't know. I worry about that only because the fight is a lot of erase. But how much damage do we have in our draw? Probably a lot.
Double tap, bludgeon
is mostly
Blood
there,
for
right?
Blood's going to be 2 cost. Bash is already 2 cost.
You may be right. You probably can get away with this. I'd be hesitant not to play the combust, but I think we probably get away with it. If we had Bash online, we'd definitely get away with it. I would. If we played this Bash, then we definitively win next turn, right?
Yep.
So then
Bash Reaper.
Bash Reaper, yeah, call it. Yeah.
It's okay. We've got the rest in the next area even then.
This is one of those places where we're fine. We're okay. We're totally okay. We've got a couple block cards in hand, and we got the kill. We're good. We were talking about this before the stream. Oh, the Feel No Pain. It's here. Second Wind in the deck. Burning Pact in the deck. Havoc in the deck.
It's good enough.
And it's upgraded. And it's one of those ways to like scale damage. And we have ceramic fish, so we never get to skip again. So I'm sorry.
No, it's totally
you
okay.
didn't know that's how it works?
I'm taking that.
Oh man.
I'm totally fine with that. Especially because like one thing I find is I make thicker decks consistently when I have the fusion hammer because it's
Really?
Yeah, because I end up with a lot of cards in the deck. And if I'm not really able to upgrade any of them, there isn't like a priority kind of like core set or anything like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, yeah. And so just building consistency via redundancy.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
I
was mostly just playing. I've grown to quite like ceramic fish. Actually, it got a bad rap when it first came out.
Was it 7 at the time?
It has been buffed. Yes, it was less. It was 7. I think you're right. Cool thing that I noticed in this fight, by the way, is there's that sweet Reaper. Even 7 points is so good.
But do we want to try and wait until a double tap? Because like this fight is heavily exploitable.
It is, except that we will eventually get attacked, and we do just have. What we could do is we could feel no pain and burning pact to strike, and try to get there. I think it's pretty unlikely that it lines up, but we can try. We'll just kind of bounce her at low health to try to force the heal.
Mm-hmm. Not just force the heal, but also if she turns around and tries to attack, we just kill her.
Yeah, true.
Pass. I don't want to clay the combust and just take a bunch of damage while I'm trying to do this.
I think you were right here. I think I would have clicked and I would have been wrong. Oh, the bash setup is great though.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, double tap Reaper, come on. Or even dual wield Reaper on Happy Flower would do it.
It's okay, we got one more turn to get it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it, I believe.
Decent chance as well. Oh, okay, hang on. No, it's happening. It's happening. You ready? Believe.
Yes, Reaper.
No!
Double tap. Double tap defend. Incredible. I mean, we come out slightly ahead by waiting still.
Yeah,
it's
still
pretty brutal. Yeah.
Never mind.
Double tap Reaper. We don't get the bash, but you know, we came out ahead.
Totally fine.
We'll take it.
And that actually leaves us on 39. We've still got the red skull for the next fight.
Incredible. So 40 activates. We had 40 at the beginning of the fight, which actually I had forgotten. I thought it was beyond 50%, but it's at or beyond 50%.
I think I was shocked by that at the start of the fight as well. I was like, why do I have strength?
Yeah. I wish this disarm were upgraded, and I still think it's the best card here by a lot.
Okay, good. I was worried that you were about to tell me to take another burning pact.
No. I don't even think that that's horrible. The other burning pact gets good if we find like a second wind.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing something to cycle. Right now we're cycling damage, and it's like helping us find Reaper on the right turn, but this deck it's really missing some kind of forced scaling. We're gonna want that soon, but we're taking lots of fights, so we'll find it.
Like 5 fights to possibly fight it. Is there ever a situation where we recall here rather than rest? Just so we have the extra power.
I guess it comes down to, I think we do. I think you're right. I think we genuinely recall here. And we've got a regen potion and a fire potion to lean into. If we didn't have potions, we might be forced to take the rest. Do you care about this letter opener? It's a ton of damage.
It is a lot of damage. I worry that we're on the second act. Turning down the Sapphire Key here as well could be really harmful next floor when we get to something and have to take the Sapphire Key.
It could be sad. My only consideration is that it is right before potentially 2 elites in a row, and it could be Tri-Slaver's Gremlin Leader, both of which are fights where letter opener is highly impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And even in this deck, just with... But how often are we able to activate it, right? We have to, like, Havoc. We have to... Our skill saturation is actually pretty low.
Yeah.
We may genuinely struggle to activate it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the deck of 23.
Mm-hmm.
Some of which exhaust. This one just does.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think this is Sapphire Key.
Okay.
It's hard to do. If we had like 5 more skills, I'm taking it just specifically here.
Screw you, Blood Vial!
What have you done?
You traitor!
What have you done? It's okay. Well, it's about to be active. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, it will be.
Do you regen potion then, actually?
Yeah. I'm keen on the regen potion. I kind of want to keep the thorns for this possibly being either the Gremlin Leader or... Because it's either the Gremlin Leader or the Book of Stabbing, right? And it's way better to have thorns in those fights.
Question to ask in advance. Knowing that that fight is Gremlin Leader or Book of Stabbing, do we even get to take it?
Oh. I do like the last two question marks.
Yeah.
Big fan.
That might be the kind of like really high variance, high risk play that you just don't take at Ascension 2 on the ladder. I don't know. I'm thinking about it real hard. That I genuinely, we haven't found the scaling that I would like to see, and we have such kind of investment relics, and like if that is plus strength Book of Stabbing, I suspect we just die. I don't know what, or plus health might even be worse. I'm not sure what we draw to keep from dying in that fight.
So if the thorns aren't going to be, servicing, keeping us alive in that fight, do we throw them now?
Do we play them here? Right. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I'm into playing them now. I'm also into actually proactively playing the regen potion. But if we are going to be going out this way, I'm a little more comfortable not playing the regen potion turn 1 and just kind of seeing how we go.
Holding that. What is our... Can I see the deck one more time? I'm sorry to...
Sure, no, totally.
This is one of those moments we were talking about before the stream. I think this is a cool throwback. It is recognizing... Because, both of us have over 2,000 hours of play experience in Slay the Spire. And so you can get into this groove. And recognizing when to bust out of your groove is really important. I think this is one of those times where we have to figure out... We have to be, like, really thoughtful about which path we take, or else fall victim to just not finding the cards to win.
Yep.
I think we're like 1 second wind, or one spot weakness away from a winning deck.
Oh god, I would love a spot weakness so much.
Yeah, I like the thorns here. I really like the thorns here, and I think we play the regen anyway because we're just gonna take so much damage. Because what are we taking on this turn? We're taking 14, 13, 27, 34. If we play both strikes, we're taking 24 damage. If we don't regen, there's like a very realistic draw where we die next turn. I guess if we believe that we can get there with the fire pot.
That's what I'm thinking. Like either we get the ability next turn to just straight up dunk a person, or we get the ability to get them pretty reasonably low and then fire pot one of them. And then if we have just 2 left remaining on the field, we should be able to manage through that. And then I don't want to get to this and have like a decent health total, and then get to here, have a decent health total, and then get to there, and then have the pantograph go off. I'm trying to make sure that we are utilizing the health as a resource.
No, I definitely agree. Okay, I'm in. I'm in.
Now I think the question is it defend or strike?
God, what are our draws? Isn't it weird how much we want to draw bludgeon? It's like really desperately want that card. Jeez, man.
Draw pile is extremely aggressive. Very little.
I will give one really big argument for strikes, which is, that means we take the 3 up front, which means we get 3 hits, which means next turn our blood for blood costs 1, which is a big deal. That may be like a game-winningly big deal, actually.
So it is. So it is. We have the thorns on us as well, so we only need to strike the slaver in the backline once to set it up for a bludgeon. What would a blood
assuming we don't draw it.
Assuming we don't draw it, I'm trying to think of like the other things that would be large single target damage.
Are.
Like blood for blood would be 18 against what, 43, 40, 40, 22. So we would have to throw in an extra hit next turn if we want to use the fire potion and blood for blood to kill the slaver in the backline.
Yeah.
Or we could just let it hit us.
Oh, and we're gonna have red skull next turn. We're gonna have 3 strength.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. That's fine. Okay, so single strike against the backliner happily. Do you want to throw the extra strike against it, or do you want to?
I'm into throwing the extra strike against the back line, and the reason is that I'm really into a world where we get to save the fire pot. I don't think it's likely, but if we draw like perfectly, then we can save fire pot, and it makes me much less scared of like Chosen and Friends next floor.
I'm keen to see how that works out. I would have thrown that against the frontliner in a vacuum. Pure will, blood for blood. Oh, baby.
Pretty good. How are we healing here? Are we actually going to be able to, like, what's our Reaper draw look like?
Double tap is still in the deck. It wouldn't be that bad, but I am also annoyed that this slaver is about to weaken us.
No lie. Do you Havoc right now?
I could Havoc right now, happily. Do it before the Blood
so,
Bloods
right?
for a possible double.
Because if it hits like Bludgeon, it destroys someone. If it hits Reaper, it's value right away. If it does that, it saves us Blood for Bloods. Pretty good. Next turn is horrifying. We're gonna be weakened, but we won't be vulnerable, so that's good.
That's the annoying thing here, is that now like 1 Blood for Blood kills you, and then 2 leaves this on 1 health. I think we split them then, and hope that we end up with a Reaper or something like that to heal back up a little bit.
What if we don't draw it? How do we win?
Then that would just be, you know, individually finish them off with like Fire Potion, and we've still got Bludgeon and a couple other.
Well, someone has to die. It's just a question of who.
Well,
someone definitely has to die. Yeah, it's got to be you, right? Do you have to regen potion now?
Ooh, if we do want to extend the fight to use the Reaper.
Yeah.
We could use the regen potion now. I'm into it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think we've drawn such that we don't need to Fire Pot, and it's just a question of how to leave on the highest health, right?
Mm-hmm. What about disarming? If we're going to be waiting here for a couple more turns.
It's just crazy to me how much surface area of decisions there are in such a seemingly simple fight, right? It's like they hit me, I hit you. It's interesting. It's -2. I don't know. I don't think it's worth, because I don't think it extends enough for us. Specifically just because we don't have any block cards. Reaper's our only block card.
I mean, Bludgeon's a block card if you kill the enemy before they can kill you.
True, Bludgeon's about to be a block card.
God, it is, isn't it? Should we just leave the Taskmaster up instead? Go for the Slaver.
What are we able to? Do we just play double tap? I'm sorry, I've lost where a double tap is.
Oh, double tap's still left in the deck with the Reaper.
Cool, and we'll be on 3 strength. I think we leave Taskmaster because then we don't get weakened.
Yeah.
And you just get them low enough to where a double tap Reaper gets really, really close. Regen does go off at the end of our turn, right? Like we're gonna live through this?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. This works. Come on, double tap Reaper.
Why? It's so in the next hand as well.
Okay, but if we second wind, then... Oh my god, how much
do you want to
do
double tap second wind to see the possibility of getting double tap in the next hand?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's unlikely.
Me on board.
But there is a Burning Pact here, so we can further increase. Oh, wait. Dual wield Reaper is the same thing. Nice. I'll take my 12 health.
I mean,
hey, Mummified Hand is really strong.
It's not super far from where we were or where we wanted to be.
Okay.
Ooh.
What about Flex?
Okay. I'm into it.
Look, this deck so desperately needs something to help push more scale. And with a Burning Pact in the deck, like, at least it is a thin line, but at least there's some lines where you get to the points where you're drawing Flex every other turn and you can play it alongside things like Double Tap, Cleave, Reaper. Honestly, if we could find... Oh, man, I'm looking back and I'm wondering, like, could we even gone further in the Centurion and Mystic fight? Could we have burned our deck down to just dual wields, Reapers, and double taps, and full healed? That might be like the only way that we win. That kind of fight abuse may be the only way that this deck wins. But it can win that way.
I do like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
I also like the Flex as well. One of the reasons is it's also a little bit speculative. It could give us scaling with like a limit break or something like that, or artifact generation.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also heavily synergizes with the one card that we are waiting for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Get our speedrun deck online. All right, how the heck do we win from here? This might not be awful for us.
The charity of the enemies. That's how we win.
Yeah, kindness. The friends we make along the way is how we win. I think if we don't Reaper, we probably just die.
Yeah.
Or wait. Is it ever Swift Pot on this turn?
Oh, looking for double tap or something?
Or dual wield or anything.
But we're about to rest in the next phase anyway, right? Because we're going to go for the 2 question marks rather than the 8.
as long as we live. We live. We
100% live through this fight. Like, because we've got the fire pod in the worst case scenario,
and
but
we're
we should
close.
be okay.
Yeah. I think you're right, and I think question mark is the value line for us. I'm genuinely scared of Bronze Automaton right now. Oh God, strong hand, good, nice. There's a chance. True Grit Plus is so good here. It's so good here. I think I'm in. I think I'm in on the whittle down the deck to be able to like dual wield Reapers, and that's the way that we live. And that might even be enough to beat Bronze Automaton.
I just hope we're fast enough to do that. You should probably cut a strike here, right?
Yeah, I agree. Elegance and Simplicity next would be actually a totally good like mid-level event. Oh. No, that's cruel. Don't do that. Is it Panacea then?
I think it is. It could also be possibly like a strength pot, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, not getting this Clockwork souvenir is really savage. Where were the curses? We took Omamori. This has happened to me a lot recently, where I take Omamori and I just cannot find curses in events. They disappear.
I don't know what's happening. I mean, they're all waiting for the next floor, the two normalities.
That's right.
That's what's going on.
That's right. And then we bail out through money. And we took Golden Idol and we didn't see Lost Altar. But that's waiting for next act 2.
Not having the ability to upgrade the Panacea makes me feel a little bit worse about it, because like
I
I know in this next fight we're not going to get debuffed except for our own flex, so we're completely fine there. But next floor and against bosses, and especially against the heart, I want that second artifact. I
will say that I think our deck is in a scary enough place against Bronze Automaton that we should pick the potion, relic, or removal or card that most increases our chances. It's going to be much closer than I'd like it to be, and we're gonna have to like win.
Potion.
Yeah, I like it. I think you're right. Strength potion, strong play, heals to get through hyper beam, whittle the deck, and then like anger flood kind of situation.
Oh God. Is it throw the fire pot or the swift pot for another strength potion?
Double strength pot. Maybe. Dire. Oh God. Do we? Gosh. So here's the problem that I foresee. The Bronze Automaton's orbs will take the cards that we really want to line up. That actually could be to our advantage, right? Like maybe we let them hold the Reaper for the turn that we get dual wield, and in that case, the fire pot might actually be a really good way to like bring it back into hand. So it might be worth as much as the strength, and then we get to save some cash. I think one strength is sufficient. I think we made the right choice.
Okay.
There's a lot of
in a vacuum. I think you can tell the confidence of each of us is kind of sapped right now. I think in a vacuum, if I was trying to think about it, obviously like if I was just playing like a normal run, I'm kind of just going straight past that shop. But if I was specifically thinking about it, I think I would have taken the second strength there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I'll say this. This may be our heart fight. Like playing this fight tightly. This may be our hard fight. I love the Burning Pact strike right out of the gate. I genuinely think deck whittle is gonna be it's our magic.
Are we trying? Yeah, are we trying to get down to the Reaper dual wield as hard as burning a defend?
And in that case, is it ever Swift Pot? Probably not, because what we want is Swift Pot to help us line up dual wield with Reaper.
Because if Swift Pot draws the double tap or anything like that,
but not the other,
we have a bad time.
Okay. Yes, I think so. I think we're getting rid of everything in the deck that's not dual wield, double tap, Reaper, or like our kill cards, like Blood for Blood.
Yeah. Do we want to just dual wield this Blood for Blood proactively? Because we're about to decrease its cost twice right now.
Yeah, it's true. I don't even think it's bad. It may be a better anger.
20 damage anger.
My only concern is that it's going to make it... I think I still do it, but my only concern is that that's going to make it really hard to get that dual wield Reaper. Okay, so one of them's taking double tap and the other one's taking Reaper, so we need to kill them both. So I guess it's just flip a coin, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's too bad we actually like them because they are health.
They're not bad if they would just give me the Reaper back, please.
So I think we're working on killing the back line so that we can get the Reaper into hand when the dual wield shows up. Do you agree? Okay.
Killing the back line so that we can get the Reaper into hand when the dual wield shows up. Yep. I'm on board.
What about Havoc here?
Yeah, I think we can Havoc. It's just the bludgeon, and the problem is, if it hits the front line, obviously we end up with the Reaper, but then the Reaper goes into the next cycle anyway.
I will say that losing the True Grit is pretty bad, but I think we can deal with losing anything else.
Do we want to possibly, leave one card in hand before... I mean, we should just do that anyway, right? Maybe we should just play the Havoc first.
Yeah. And we dump the strike or the defend. Ooh, flex out. Okay. In that case, yeah, are we pushing the vulnerable one to get back? No, we push the back line so that bludgeon and kills them. Right?
Bludgeon, we have the 6... We have 2 strength on that turn. 40...
So it's 44.
44.
So how much is this doing?
56.
So that leaves him at 1.
One shot.
Perfect. That's perfect. So fiddly. This is turn 4.
I mean, this is just what happens when you have a deck that has no defense.
Yeah. Reaper decks always feel like this. Or rather, decks that have Reaper and that use that as defensive power always feel this way.
Okay. So it's True Grit out the strike, disarm someone, and then combust to make the bludgeon playable. But if we play the combust, then the orb dies at the end of this turn, gives us the card to hand, and then it gets discarded, right?
That's really awkward. That's a good point. So maybe we're no gosh. And not playing combust feels wrong. Ugh. So then is it ever bludgeon the other one?
Yeah, take back the double tap right now. I can do that.
Still do the same plan, right, with the combust and everything. And then we have fire potion to try to push down the other one. Because I think not playing combust and disarm would be a mistake. We gotta thin those out of the deck.
This cycle we're about to have a bunch of free blood for bloods, so the backline should be not that difficult for us to take down.
That makes me wonder though if then we're intended to use the double tap that we're getting.
Oh, how?
I don't know, right? Double tapping bludgeon is pretty cool play against Bronze Automaton and start pushing, but
I don't see how we would do that right now.
I don't either. This is one of those weird positions where we're caught exactly in purgatory between being the aggressor and the defensor, right? It's we do eventually have to just turn in on Bronze Automaton, but we're not really ready to yet.
We're never removing all those artifacts, so the disarm just goes on the back line, right? I'm committing to this play. I don't think there is another play this turn.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Thump.
And it's not super meaningful anyway. Too bad on the double tap. Too bad.
But Burning Pact to defend to go through. We keeping
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's our kill this turn if we want it.
I think we're setting them up to die to an attack or a fire pot. I don't think we want to kill them this turn.
If we bash blood for... Oh, no, wait, that's 30 then. Hang on. If we blood for blood before the bash, then the enemy still survives the combust this turn. So we have the ability to kill them and then wait for a dual wield possibly. Or
in fact, we want them to live next turn, right? In case we... Unless we're no longer playing around that. There's a chance that on our 2 strength, dual wield Reaper is not the only thing that we do. It's expensive. We might just want to be dual wielding something like Blood for Blood and going in on Bronze Automaton, right?
Yeah, because the next turn the Automaton's going off, isn't it?
Yeah, and we have Swift Pot. So I think you're right. I think we're setting them up to die. And we're just pushing as much damage into Automaton as we can and planning to win in 4 turns.
Can't play the cleave without making him die.
Oops.
Wait, what? Should I have... Wait, what?
I didn't think about it either.
Not use the bash against the back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cleave and then... Yeah. No, it's all good.
I got committed to that thinking that, there's a right order to this bash and that.
I was majorly committed too. Okay, so is this our second win, or is this our Swift? Oh, the Swift Potion's really good. It makes it likely that we can dual wield Reaper. It makes our second win better. Oh my god, it's exactly the card we didn't draw. Okay, wait. Does that mean we're not dual wielding Reaper?
We got the dual wield.
Oh, we got it. Okay, okay.
That's fine.
I don't know. My brain was just ready for disaster, I think. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Okay. Awesome.
It's just anger against the backline, blood for blood to remove the HP from the bronze automaton, dual wield the Reaper, play 2 Reapers.
Yeah, and play out all the blood for bloods and something like that.
Cool.
We'd love to get the Havoc down. We'd love to get the second wind down just to clear so that it's all power all the way through.
Like the Havoc or the second wind down just to clear.
How does it work? How do we do those things? Or do we?
Do we only want to play 1 Reaper? Leave 2 Reapers in the deck to possibly dual wield later?
Like double tap or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I kind of like, in that case, would it be Havoc and Strike?
Yeah.
Because second wind just deletes Havoc. Havoc will delete the defend for us. Defend comes next turn anyway. I like that. I like Reaper, Havoc, Strike. I like that.
Like a lot.
Thinning the deck. Yeah. Help.
Oh, there's our extra strength.
Okay. Now what has it been done? This is so fascinating.
That's a line from Star Wars, right?
No, that's Meow at the end of a hard kill.
Oh, I was seeing this scene of like Darth Vader in the egg talking to Emperor Palpatine.
I could see it.
Also, like the voice did lean a little towards that. Now what has it been done? Well, that's not him.
It definitely did. It was a Sith of some kind. That's clear. Yeah.
I kind of just want to chunk in damage this turn rather than use it as setup for anything.
Agreed, because we don't have that many more draws. I guess my question is, what does Burning Pact draw? It might be more damage than Bludgeon because of strength.
Should we burn the Havoc?
That's a line. I like that line. Or even burn the True Grit. So that Havoc still gives us reach.
We're
never going to play this True Grit again, meaningfully.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. This fight is done. Oh, now we get to double tap Bludgeon. So we made the right choice, right? Double tap Bludgeon and Anger. That's so strong.
Well, let's start with double tap Havoc, because if it hits a Reaper, we're happy about it.
That's true. Oh, and we can't afford the Bludgeon. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Double tap Havoc.
And also, if it hits a dual wield and it doesn't hit Bludgeon, we're happy about that as well.
Very true.
Hey!
Nice call. That's enough to live through the multi-attack next turn, I think. Probably. I just had this moment where, do you ever realize that you're so in it? My voice, I was talking like 1,000 miles an hour. And you have this moment of self-awareness every once in a while. I think we found the line. I think we won. In fact, I'm quite certain we did.
Those are actually like the moments that I really kind of live for as a content creator, where like I get the end of like, I've been motor-mouthed for 5 minutes. No single word has been flubbed. Every single thing has correctly conveyed the idea that I was trying to convey at the time. Maybe there's been a couple jokes and little punchlines in there along the way, and I get to the end of that and I'm like, ooh, hell, like that's the moment when I realize I've actually gotten somewhere with my commentary. My commentary has significantly transformed from where it used to be.
I hope I got somewhere. I have no memory of the last 5 minutes. I have no idea what I said. I honestly, I may have not even have existed for 5 minutes. I was purely in this fight. Like my typical deliberate, methodical, articulate self just like died and was replaced by pure primal energy. It was very strange. Totally I love this demon form, by the way. I think it's...
I was wondering whether you're going to go for the demon form or the Reaper, making our double tap and our dual wield stuff more consistent. We do need scaling still.
We just don't have the card to make the strength. And demon form can be that card for us. And it's got to be curse key, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
We can live with 5 energy, and you know, genuinely, this could happen. We have a mummified hand and a dual wield. We may win a fight by dual wielding demon form, and that would be exciting too. So it's pretty cool.
I would absolutely love to see that, but if it's ever going to happen, because there's no more fights on this floor, it'll be in the next floor. So we'll see you in the next video. Again, link in the description down below. Hope to see you there.